Good morning. On day 50, we just got on the ferry. We were the last car they let on. We did not have a reservation, and they were able to get us on in the standby line, and so that was pretty exciting. And yeah, you can see we just took off. The sun is rising. We'll be able to get out of the car here in a bit and go walk around the boat. But yeah, definitely excited to be on our way to the Outer Banks. So we've got about a 2.5-hour ferry ride across the Pamlico Sound to get to Ocracoke Island. I'm super glad we were able to get on with the van this morning. Since the ferry was technically full, we were just like able to, they just had like one little spot and they were able to get us on. So really glad that worked out. I could have walked on by myself, like as a pedestrian. But Nate has never seen he's never been here before, and so definitely more fun to be able to explore some of that together. So yeah, so I'm super happy it worked out that way. I also wanted to give a big shout out and thank you to Laura at the Cedar Island campground. She's a trail angel in that area, and she was super sweet to us, got us hooked up with a campsite, and then we spent the evening talking all things trail. So fun to meet her, and best wishes to her on her future trail endeavors. Just start to see Ocracoke Island over here. Apparently we're having to take kind of an unusual route because Hurricane Ian rearranged all the sand in this area. So we're kind of swinging out and around, and I assume then we'll swing back over. Almost there. See the Ocracoke Lighthouse.
On Twitter at NCDOT_Ferry. Thanks again, and we hope your further travels are safe and pleasurable.
Time to go back to the cars. We are at Ocracoke Beach, and this is an exciting moment because Nate has never seen the Atlantic Ocean. So we're in the parking lot now. We're about to walk over the dune, and he can get his first sights of the Atlantic Ocean.
Let's go.
Let's do it. All right, there she is, the Atlantic Ocean. First thoughts, impressions?
Nice.
It's nice.
Like Lake Michigan.
Oh my goodness. But
I mean, Lake Michigan is beautiful too, but it's nice.
yeah. Should we go put our feet in it? Find a cool one?
Yeah, I mean, probably it's not amazing, but it's what I saw.
Yeah. Well, it's crazy windy out here today, and this is kind of a fun moment because it's Nate's first time in the ocean, and even for me, I may not be done with this trail, but I'm standing in the sea. I have actually walked as of this moment. Well, yeah, I've gone from the mountains to the sea. Cool. Look at the sand as the wind is blowing it across this beach. crab here. He blends in very well with the sand. There he goes.
I lost. There he is.
Jason. So Nate and I spent the morning just kind of enjoying Ocracoke, getting some food, checking out the beach, walking around town. It was all super fun, but I just went back and started walking from the ferry so that I can do my own trek across the island. I think I've kind of been torn between biking and walking, but I think I'm gonna walk. So yeah, just getting started with that right now. Man, it is. I feel like it's taken me forever today just to get out of town. Ocracoke Village, like all of the shops, restaurants, everything is at the south end of the island. And then it's about 14 miles through to the north end of the island to the ferry that'll take us to Hatteras, which is the next island up. And so I plan to walk all 14 of those miles, but I've gotten such a late start that I'm thinking it's probably gonna be sunset before I finish. But that's okay. Even if I do end up walking into the dark a little bit tonight, it's a good night for it. It's pretty windy. So the trail is actually meant to be the beach at a certain point here. I don't know if I will do that or not. I don't know if that will be worth it to me, just with the sand and then how windy it is. Or how windy it was earlier, like on the beach. It's windy here too, but it was windiest on the beach. So we'll see. We'll see how the day takes me through these 14 miles. I'll get there one way or another. I decided to try a little bit of walking on the beach since the like trail is technically the beach. But honestly, I think it's gonna be just too windy. I'm gonna do it for like a mile to the next access, and then I'm probably gonna get back closer to the road where I'm a little bit more protected. It's pretty windy today. Yep, that's enough of that for now, I think. This is a horseshoe crab shell, what's left of it. Kind of neat. Just looking back behind me. I don't know if you can see the sand coming off of the wind blowing the sand off of these dunes. Well, it has been an endlessly windy day. I'm probably about 1.5 miles-ish from the northern end of the island to the next ferry. I know Nate's he drove by, waved at me a little while ago, so I'll be meeting him up there. But yeah, sun is setting behind me, so it's definitely gonna be at least on the dark side by the time I get there. And success. We're on the ferry over to Hatteras right now, and you really can't tell, but because of all the wind, this boat is just rocking, and you can actually see spray coming up like onto the vehicles in front of us at times. So exciting as always. Good morning on day 51. I think I'm gonna hop back on my bicycle today. If I'm just gonna be road walking anyway, I'd really rather be on that bike. Weather today is gonna be similar to yesterday. It looks like kind of cloudy, pretty windy. So even riding the bike might not be super fun because I'm gonna have that headwind. But yeah, I like my bike, and if I'm gonna be walking on the roads, not the beach, because the beach is tough, then yeah, I'm gonna hop on the bike. So that's the plan for today. Might actually switch out and do some walking at a certain point because Nate's amazing, and he's just kind of helping me with my whims of I think I'll walk this section or bike this section, and yeah. But sun's rising here, and it's time to hit the road. So I'm going to be on foot here for about 5 miles or so. It looks like the trail follows a path that goes through the Buxton Woods Coastal Reserve, and so it's neither the highway nor the beach, and so I thought I'd walk that, see what that was like, and I believe it's going to spit me out right at the Cape Hatteras Lighthouse, so that should be a nice sight as well. Okay, here we go. 4.4 miles connecting Lighthouse Road to Frisco Campground, which is what I've been walking through. And of course, hiking trail, mountains to sea trail. This trail is a nice reprieve from the wind since I'm actually in the trees. There's not tons of trees, you know, on the Outer Banks really, but these are tall enough to block the wind, and yeah, it's nice because I was definitely pedaling into a headwind this morning on my bike, and I believe that is what I will continue to be doing for the rest of the day. So yeah, I'll take it. There's a small British cemetery here. There were British ships serving in this area during World War II, and these are 2 sailors who were found on the beaches at that time and then buried here. Well, here we are at the Cape Hatteras Lighthouse. Kind of the most noticeable feature, or most known feature, I'd say, on the Outer Banks. So let's go check it out. Here's a close-up look of the Cape Hatteras Lighthouse. I don't know if I can even get it all in the same shot. This is the tallest brick lighthouse in the United States. At some points you are allowed to climb up this. Right now it is closed for some reconstruction efforts. But if you were to walk up it, it would be equivalent to climbing up a 12-story building. So in 1999, a huge effort was made to move the Cape Hatteras Lighthouse because the seashore had changed and it had gotten a lot closer. And so this was the original location of where it was, and you can see where it sits back there now, once again about 1,500 feet from the shoreline, which is, it used to be at that distance here at this location, but as you can see, things have changed. It's been a fun little break here at the lighthouse and the beach. Now I'm about to hop back on the bicycle and keep heading north. Well, the wind may not be great for me, but it sure looks like it's making a good day for kite surfers. This is really pretty cool. I've never tried this before, but maybe I'll add this to the list of hobbies to try. Well, we are in the town of Waves, I think. That's what it looks like on the map. And we decided to stay at a campground tonight, so we're camped like pretty much right on the beach, which is pretty exciting because I do think this will probably be my last night officially on trail, which is crazy, but you know, miles go really quickly when I'm biking. So yeah, I'm about 33-ish miles from Jockey's Ridge right now, and you know, I plan to keep biking at least most of that, and so yeah, good possibility I will arrive at the end tomorrow. But right now I think we're gonna go check out the beach and we'll think about tomorrow when tomorrow comes. Good morning on day 52. We came out to the beach to try and watch the sunrise. I think it's gonna be a little too cloudy to see it come up over the horizon. And also it is so incredibly windy. Just so, I can't really, it's hard to show you. You can see a little bit of my hair, but it is just pounding me from behind right now. Ah. Oh, you sure you want to do that?
Yeah.
Yeah. Whoa. Retreated back to the relative shelter of the dunes. Still windy, still cloudy. All right, hopping back on the bike and on the road here. Expecting it to be another windy day, pedaling into the headwind. What can you do? It's just, it happens the time that I'm at the Outer Banks. It's like unusually windy. But yeah, I don't really have any specific timeline. It's about 33 miles to Jockey's Ridge, so I'll probably make that today, but I'm not going to be pushing it. I'm just going to be enjoying my day, and we'll see where it takes me. We'll be going over a couple of bridges like this today. This is the first one, and this is actually the shorter one. The bridge is pretty cool, but it is definitely a windy ride. It's high tide right across from the, let's see, what visitor center is this? P Island Visitor Center, I think. So yeah, we just scrambled up the dune here, and yep, high tide, lots of waves, so much wind. So the P Island, I think it's the wildlife refuge. It has an actual trail for about 3 miles, so I'm gonna hop off the bike and walk for a bit. Nate's gonna do this part with me. Probably be windy. Maybe we'll see some cool birds. We'll find out. These are white pelicans over here, and they're pretty cool. This pond somehow is actually a freshwater pond amid all the salt water around it. This is blowing sea foam.
I'm just about back to my bicycle after our windy walk here, and you can see this bridge. I will have to cross that. I've definitely heard it's pretty windy up there today. If I can't keep my bike steady, then I'll just be kind of walking it, but that's where I'm headed in the near future. And here we go. It's only continued to get windier throughout the day, and this bridge is about 2.5 miles long. It's a little longer than the one I did this morning, but it is higher. So I'm just gonna take it slow, and if I have to walk, I have to walk. Whew. Okay, you're okay. Just keep pedaling, hold it steady. All right, well, made it over the bridge. Wind-wise, it wasn't really that much worse than anything else I've been riding in today. Actually, on the highest part, I think I was actually a little bit protected just by the shape of the bridge. Or just the direction the wind's coming. I'm not sure. But coming back down from the high part, that was stout winds. Yeah, gonna keep pedaling. I think it's gonna be more of the same, but at least I'm over what seemed to be the scary bridge. But like I said, it really wasn't. It wasn't too bad. It's kind of cool. I made it into the town of Nags Head. I'm just in the south side of it right now, so I'm about 5 miles from Jockey's Ridge State Park. It's as windy as ever, but this is exciting. I actually have a bike lane. Haven't really had that, so yeah, I'm gonna pedal on. I made it. I was actually so intent on riding, I rode past it, but fortunately turned around before too much longer. Now I'm gonna head in here and go find that sand dune I've got to climb.
I'm here in the parking lot of Jockey's Ridge State Park. Nate was waiting for me when I got here. So Jockey's Ridge State Park is home to the highest sand dunes on the East Coast. And the eastern terminus of the Mountains to Sea Trail is simply the highest point of those sand dunes. That is a changing location every time, like all the time, because sand dunes move. So yeah, basically gonna hike out there, find the highest point, climb to the top of it. Which one's the highest? Is it that one? Maybe that one. Okay, we think it's this way. This looks higher over here.